What's up, brewheads? Welcome to another Brewthirty, where I drink a beer and pair it with a toy. Tonight, we're trying a brand new beer, a brand new type of beer, and I think you guys are going to love this review. We are having Blueberry Vizodka from Terre Haute Brewing Company, a local brewery. Been around for a while now, and this is a really good beer. I recently picked it up and absolutely loved it. Before we get into that, let's talk about what we're pairing this beer with, and that is none other than Skeletor and the Roton vehicle from the Masters of the Universe Origins line. And I think it's a great pairing. So like I mentioned, Terre Haute Brewing Company. Terre Haute Brewing Company traces its roots back to pre-Prohibition. Terre Haute, Indiana is just 20 minutes, give or take, to the east of where I live here in Illinois. And they restarted up here about 10 to 12 years ago, and they have done an amazing job. They had a little bit of a rocky start, but they got some new brewers, and they've been making some of the best local beer around. And this beer here is no exception. It is Blueberry Vizodka, and it is a fruited sour. It's a blue raspberry and blueberry fruited sour, and it's really awesome. Now, as far as sour beers are concerned, I like sour beers, they just don't like me. I was there at the beginning of the sour beer craze several years ago, and some of them were super acidic and super sour, and definitely if you had a tendency to get heartburn, which I didn't used to have, but recently, as I've gotten older, I've definitely developed a little more of a heartburn tendency than I used to have. I'm not sure why, but a lot of the old sours were really good, but my gosh, you could only drink about one or two of those before you'd really start to feel it. But this here is an amazing fruited sour, and it's very smooth, and it has not had that effect on me. They released this with another fruited sour recently. They are doing more, and these have been highly popular and an amazing beer. So let's go ahead and sample this thing. Now, like I say, always, there is no right way or wrong way to pour a beer. You pour your beer the way you want. I will pour my beer the way I want, and we'll still be friends. Guys, the sour world is a complex, weird deal. You can see here it pours a nice, almost aqua color, turquoise type color, with the hints of the blueberry and the blue raspberry. It almost looks like a soda. It comes in at a 4.5% alcohol by volume, and that's one of the benefits of the sour beers. They're super low alcohol, so I tend to drink these when I'm out if I can find them, and I'm not kind of figuring out how I'm going to drive home. So I have like one of these, and I feel pretty comfortable doing that. I'm not saying you should drink and drive, but if I'm out with some buddies, I will have one of these instead of some of the heavier beers in the rare times that I do go out, which is not much anymore when you have a 6-year-old. Like I said, Terre Haute Brewing Company is just to the east of me. They're actually located in their original building that they had pre-Prohibition, and they've been making some really good beers. In fact, the original, not the original, but the fella that started the brewery with some other investors, Jeff Hawk. I got in kind of with him a little bit and made him some boards and some other games for his brewery when they first opened, but he's since moved on from there, and I really don't have a relationship with the brewers now, but I do enjoy their beer. And I just recently discovered these when I was out one night with some buddies, and I was so blown away that I had to buy a 4-pack of this and just have it in the fridge and have it available to drink on a nice summer day. So let's go ahead and try it. So you can definitely smell the blue raspberry. It comes through really, really strong. Let's give it a taste. Stunningly amazing. So I would describe this. It has a really nice fruit or fruity up front. The blue raspberry comes through nicely. I don't get a lot of hints of blueberry. I feel the blue raspberry kind of overwhelms the blueberry flavor. And then it has a nice, slightly acidic, sour back end, but not like super overwhelming. Highly drinkable and very, very smooth. Actually, it's very pleasant for a sour. I would rate this as one of the best sours I've ever had. And it is awesome. So what else is awesome is Skeletor from Masters of the Universe and the Roton. Now this is, of course, the Origins line of Skeletor and Roton. So these are reproductions of the original Roton vehicle and a reproduction of the original Skeletor. I love Masters of the Universe Origins. This does everything the original one does. Along it has some bells and whistles. It has a canopy that goes over this. And I didn't bring it down for this review because I wanted you to see Skeletor. But this is a great reproduction vehicle. The original Rotom was slightly bigger than this, but it did the exact same thing. And the Rotom was one of the first vehicles that I got from my Masters of the Universe line. I believe this and Point Dread Talon Fighter were some of the first two vehicles I got of the many amazing vehicles from the original Masters of the Universe line. And Mattel Creations has released this brand new Rotom. This is my son's. This is what he plays with when he plays with his He-Man figures. And this is awesome. And I thought it would pair it well with this blue raspberry, considering Skeletor is blue himself. So I absolutely love the Masters of the Universe Origins line. I think it is one of the best action figure lines out there. I absolutely hate the Turtles of Grayskull line by Mattel Creations and Playmates. I think it's complete dog shit. And all the people that get excited about that in the comments whenever they post a brand new figure, you guys got to be Russian bots because nobody in their right mind would like that combination. That's not an opinion. That's just a straight fact. And another straight fact is that this is one of the best sours out there. If you guys are fans of sours and you happen to be in the area here, definitely check this out. I got this at a local grocery store called Basler's. It's only, I believe, like $8.99 a 4-pack, which is great. And at 4.5% alcohol, it's a very, very low alcohol beer you can have and enjoy, and it's awesome. So smooth, man. I don't know how these guys have done it. This is the first two sour releases that they have. I know they're working on a third, but the brewers at Terre Haute Brewing Company are top notch. You know, that's one of the biggest issues I have with a lot of microbrews right now, especially local ones. A lot of guys start breweries and they don't really have a plan for brewing really good beer. And a lot of them just produce pretty substandard beer, and they expect you just to come in there and buy their beer because, you know, they're a local craft brewery, and that's just not the case. You got to make good beer to get people in the turnstiles, and I think Terre Haute Brewing Company has been doing that. They recently shut down their tap room in order to redo some things, but they do so well distribution-wise, and they do so well with the beer they produce and sell that they don't really need the tap room. So I think it's great. I think Terre Haute Brewing Company is awesome, and I hope they keep making these really cool beers. It's a nice change up to some of the heavier, stronger beers that I like to drink. As you guys know, I'm an IPA guy, and this here is actually a great switch for me, especially in the summer here. So check out Terre Haute Brewing Company and check out their fruited sours. They're awesome. And definitely, and definitely if you're a fan of the Masters of the Universe, check out the Origins line. It's one of the best action figure lines out there. I don't care what anybody says. The people I see who probably don't agree with me, they're usually they can't squat their own body weight. They're kind of nerds, dorks, you know. Not that there's anything wrong with being that, but I always look at people and their opinions. And if you don't look like you can rock a 50-pound pack 5 miles, or you don't look like you can squat your own body weight or do a couple hundred push-ups. I just can't trust your opinion. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. It's awesome. This is a great beer, a great action figure line, and cheers.